Amiga E, or very often simply E, is a programming language created by Wouter van Oortmerssen on the Amiga. He has since moved on to develop the Sheep programming language for the new Amiga platform and the CryScript language, also known as Dog, used during the development of the video game Far Cry. Description: Amiga E is a combination of many features from a number of languages, but follows the original C programming language most closely in terms of basic concepts. Amiga E's main benefits are fast compilation, allowing it to be used in place of a scripting language, very readable source code, flexible type system, powerful module system, exception handling, not C++ variant, and object-oriented programming. A Hello World program in Amiga E looks like proc main, write if hello world, single quote, endproc. Amiga E was used to create the core of the popular Amiga graphics software Photogenics. History: 1993. The first public release of Amiga E. 1997. The last version of Amiga E is released. 3.3a. 1999. Unlimited compiler executable of Amiga E is released. 1999. Source code of the Amiga E compiler in M68K assembler is released under the GPL. 1999. First version of Creative is released, based on source code of Amiga E. 1999. First version of Powered is released. 0.01. 2000. First version of YAEC, yet another E compiler, is released. 1.0. 2001. Final version of Creative, 2.12.3, is released. 2002. Final version of YAEC is released. 2.5D. 2002. First public release of ECX. 1.0. 2003. Final version of Powered is released. 0.20. 2008. First public release of Portable. 01. 2008. First public release of RE. 0.9. 2009. First public release of Portable for Microsoft Windows. Hour 4. Implementations. Amiga E, by Wouter van Oortmerssen. The first compiler, written in M68K assembler. Support tools written in E. Generates M68000 machine code directly. Platforms: AmigaOS and compatibles. Targus: AmigaOS with 68,000 CPU. Status: stable, mature, discontinued. Source available. Freeware. Creative, by Thomas Wistkowski, based on the GPL sources of Amiga E and adds many extensions to the compiler. Platforms: AmigaOS and compatibles. Targus: like Amiga E+, some limited support for generating code that takes advantage of later M680X0 CPUs. Status: stable, mature, discontinued. Source available. Freeware. Powered, by Martin Kuchinka, based on the Amiga language, but not compatible with it due to changes in syntax. Platforms: AmigaOS and compatibles. Targus: AmigaOS 3.0 68020 CPU plus PU. PPC. Status: stable, mature, under development. Closed source. Freeware. YAEC, by Leif Salomonsen, written from scratch in E. Uses external assembler and linker. Platforms: AmigaOS and compatibles. Targus: AmigaOS 3.0 with 68,020 CPU and FPU. Status: obsolete, unfinished, discontinued. Closed source. Freeware. ECX, by Leif Salomonsen, a compiler and tools written from scratch in E. Can compile itself. Supports multiple targets and adds many extensions. Platforms: Amiga OS, Amiga OS 4 and Morphos. Targus: Amiga OS 3.0 68020. Amiga OS 4. Morphos. Status: stable, mature, under development. Closed source: was open source. Shareware: was freeware. By Marco Antoniazzi. Based on the Amiga language, but not fully compatible, with some changes in syntax and additions. Inspired by powered platforms, Amiga OS and compatibles. Targus: Amiga OS 3.0 68020 CPU plus PU. PPC. Status: stable, closed source, freeware, portable. By Christopher Handley. A metacompiler written from scratch in E. Can compile itself. Supports multiple targets. Platforms: Windows, Amiga OS 68K, Amiga OS 4, PPC, Aros and Morphos. Targus: C++ and Amiga E. Status: stable, mature, under development. Closed source, freeware. Amiga E homepage. ECX homepage. A free PowerPC CPU implementation. Portable homepage. A free Windows and Amiga compatibles implementation. Amiga E mailing list. The original Amiga E manual. For v3.3a. A beginner's guide to Amiga E. On Aminet.